Protest rocks PDP secretariat in wake of Rivers local government poll. Court adjourns ruling on Kano Mini Palace renovation dispute. State governors move to delay implementation of local government autonomy. On the foreign scene, Iran resumes flights after missile attacks on Israel. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I'm Chiamaka Mwafo. Thank you for joining us. Protesters broken out on Thursday at the People's Democratic Party Secretariat in Port Harcourt over the upcoming local government election. The protesters carrying placards and banners, chanting songs in protest and running along the highway. One of the displayed banners read, "Thai people say no to lawlessness, say no to local government area election. RSEC must obey court judgment. SIM must obey court judgment." The Independent National Electoral Commission, NECO, had said earlier in the week that it was yet to release the 2023 voter register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. The resident electoral commissioner, Johnson Alalibo, who spoke at a press briefing in Port Harcourt on Wednesday, said the RSEC had applied for the register, but it was yet to be released to them because of administrative reasons. The local government election is scheduled for October 5, 2024.
Massive protests from the PDP and a joint protest by PDP and APC ahead of the local government election in Rivers State.
Justice Sylvanus Origi of the Federal High Court Territory High Court has granted former Governor of Taraba State, Darius Ishaku, bail to the tune of 150 million naira and two sureties in like sum. The two sureties must be residents in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, with their house addresses verified by the registrar of the court. The judge said one of them must be a director with the Federal Civil Service. The former governor was arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on a 27 billion naira alleged fraud before Justice Origi. Justice Origi barred the former governor and his co-defendants, Bello Hero, from traveling out of the country except with permission from the court. Still on court matters, the Kano State High Court, presided over by Chief Justice D.J. Aboki, has adjourned ruling on the substantive application seeking to prevent the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, from proceeding with renovations on the historic Nasarawa Mini Palace. The court has set October 10, 2024 as the date for ruling. The plaintiffs, including the Kano State Government, the State Attorney General, and the Kano Emirate Council, seek to preserve the palace's existing structure and cultural heritage, resisting efforts to modernize it. Emir Bayero was named as the sole defendant in the case. The court had earlier ordered all parties to maintain the structural and architectural integrity of the palace pending the court's final decision. Ahead of the submission of the report of the 10-member Inter-Ministerial Committee on the implementation of the Supreme Court ruling on local government areas autonomy next week, state governors have begun fresh lobbying against the enforcement of the verdict. The panel, headed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has concluded its assignment and is expected to submit its report on or before October 13. Under former President Muhammadu Buhari, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit issued a regulation effective from June 1, 2019, banning transactions on state and local governments' joint accounts. Funds were sent directly to the accounts of the local governments. It also limited cash withdrawals from local government accounts to a maximum amount of 500,000 naira per day, with penalties for banks that failed to comply. However, state governors under the aegis of the Nigerian Governors Forum kicked against this regulation, and the NFI you eventually capitulated. Senator representing Niger East Senatorial District and Chairman Senate Committee on Finance, Mohammed Sani, has kicked against the establishment of state police, saying it would be abused by the political class. Senator Sani said what is required is adequate funding for the existing police structure, adding that resources available for subnationals are inadequate to fund the state police. The senator made the statement when he visited the Kuta internally displaced persons camp to commiserate with the people over bandits' attack. He appealed to the service chiefs to extend the ongoing onslaught against bandits in Niger as it is doing in Zamfara State. This Kuta IDP camp houses over 3,000 displaced persons, mostly women and children. The anti-kidnapping unit of the FCT Police Command on Tuesday arrested 4 notorious kidnappers who have been terrorizing the Federal Capital Territory, namely, statement by FCT Police Command Public Relations Officer SP Josephine Ade said Yawusani, also known as Baba, an ex-convict, Nuhu, also known as Giwa, Kabiru Muhammad and Yusuf Hassan were arrested at their criminal hideout in Sauka, Abuja, following credible intelligence. The suspects confessed to being responsible for a series of kidnappings of unsuspecting residents in FCT and its environs and the killing of 7 victims in the process. These gang have attacked Dakwa, Dawaki, Akwa Estate, Dupe Village, Sumarak, Kuchiko Village, and some villages in Niger and Kaduna states. They also led police operatives to another hideout in Gauraka Forest, Suleja, Niger State, where they dug out 4 AK-47 rifles, 13 AK-47 magazines, 162 rounds of 7.6 mm live ammunition. Still on security matters. Gunmen early Thursday killed 2 policemen in Uragu-Newi North Local Government area of Anambra State. The officers were conducting investigations in the area when the attack occurred. Confirming the killings, the Police Public Relations Officer of the command, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, stated that the Joint Security Force has begun a manhunt for the armed men who murdered the 2 police operatives during the investigation. According to him, preliminary information revealed that the armed men opened fire on the police operatives upon sighting them and threw an improvised explosive into their operational vehicle. Tragically, 2 of the operatives lost their lives and the vehicle caught fire. The PPRO urged members of the public, especially eyewitnesses, to assist with the ongoing police operations in the area. Traders operating at Yarlemo Market in Ngwara-Uku area of Kaduna State are complaining about the neglect by Waste Management Authority for some years. The market, which is one of the largest markets for fruits and other perishable food in the state, produces a lot of waste daily. Trust TV's Abdulaziz Ibrahim has more.
This is El Lemo Fruit Market, one of the largest in the country, which attracts traders from several African countries. A lot of waste is generated daily from the market's activities, but without proper evacuation, it has accumulated into a towering pile of refuse. According to traders, this mountain of waste has become more than just an eyesore, as it poses serious health risks.
Gaskiya babban kalubale din mu a kasuwan nan shara. Akwai wani guri wanda muke tara shara.
Our main problem in this market is refuse. There is a place that we have always dumped refuse for long that Remasab comes to evacuate, but it has become a challenge because of a water supply pipe which the trucks usually damage.
We deal with basically fruits, therefore it's a perishable product. It can spoil within a short period of time. Then that refuse is our #1 challenges in the market. As you can see, if you look at my back, you can see it is a dumping site where we used to dump our spoilage, and under it is a pipeline that lead water from waterboard into the states. And when motor of Remasap come to park out that dustbin at the dumping site, they used to break that pipe, which is giving us problem. Like now, we are the market authorities that even call the attention of waterboard to close the water so that the people will not be consuming dams into their bodies.
Traders at the market, like many others in the Ungwar-Uku area of Kano State, say they are frustrated by the lack of action Market association leaders say despite numerous appeals to the authorities, their pleas continue to fall on deaf ears.
God knows we've did our part, we did what we can, and we are appealing to our leaders, more especially the government, the governor, the senator, and even our representatives, that they should come and intervene into this so that we'll be at peace and we will continue producing hygienic products.
Domin ta wannan kasuwa da kake gani daga Niger zuwa Burkina Faso.
You see, this market, people come from Niger, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, and other African countries. They come here to buy fruits and they also bring fruits here to sell. So we feel it is important that this waste situation should be addressed quickly. While efforts to reach local waste management authorities proved abortive, the impact of this waste on health and livelihoods remains. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News.
More stories. The National Association of Nigerian Students on Wednesday rejected the National Examinations Council's 50,000 naira fee for reprinting of certificates. The new policy was announced in a statement by NECO on September 30, 2024 by the Registrar of NECO in Minna, Niger State, Dantani Wushishi. According to the statement, the 50,000 naira fee for certificate reprint is subjected to periodic review, and the reprint request will only be approved within 1 year of the original certificate issuance. Reacting to the new fee, NANS Clerk of the Senate, Abdul-Yakini Odunayo, in a statement, described the decision as outrageous and the commercialization of education. Odunayo explained that the fee is an unacceptable burden on students, coming at a time when many are struggling to make ends meet. He stressed that economic hardship is taking a toll on Nigerian students, adding that the new policy by NECO gives room to doubt its commitment to education. Wildlife conservation isn't just about saving animals. It plays a crucial role in sustaining Nigeria's biodiversity, boosting ecotourism, and creating jobs. Now, the sector faces an uncertain future. With the ongoing economic downturn, zoos, game reserves, and parks across the country are struggling to stay in business. In this report, Trust TV's Noel Sampson visits the National Children's Park and Zoo in Abuja to explore how the facility is coping under the harsh economic realities.
A visit to the National Children's Park and Zoo Abuja opens ones to a calmer, serene atmosphere with different animals and relaxation spaces. The zoo has about 40 animals of different species, including lions, crocodiles, monkeys, snakes, buffaloes, and ostriches, among others. The manager of the park and zoo took us through how they have been coping with the present economic situation in terms of feeding, taking care of the health of the animals, and also staff welfare.
Because animals in zoos are normally treated on quarterly basis, and there are other things which will keep your animal healthy. So which means an animal which is supposed to eat meat has to be fed on meat. Like the lions, the hyenas, and the crocodiles we have, we feed them on meat. A cow now, ordinarily before we used to buy for 300 naira, 300,000 naira is now going for 500,000. Even the perishable items. So we are finding very, very difficult. It is affecting us very, very hard because when you go to market, you don't know. You may not even predict until when you get to the market.
He also used the opportunity to call for government intervention in providing animals and other logistics needed to keep the park and zoo running.
When you bring more animals, you will have more people coming. And when we have more people coming, then we can be able to, achieve our objective of educating. Even going to the level of putting an educational research center, very big hall without visual, so that we can really run an educational activity where even people up there going around the zoo, they can be seated and we can be having a kind of formal lesson on different aspects of environment.
Because we don't have any revenue or subvention from the government, the only additional assistance we have here sometimes is people do donate maybe like few animals to us, or they provide us some stuff to feed the animals.
Some zoo visitors who came to the park and zoo to relax spoke on the importance of the place and justified calls for its sustenance.
the government should put in more funds in the park and zoo. You know, we need like more manpower, more people working in the zoo, making the zoo more conducive for the animals, you know, making it more interesting for even the visitors, the tourists coming to see the animals and stuff.
Especially on weekends like Saturday, Sundays, have a lot of people trooping in here because they all want that calm, serene environment on sun. So this has been like, I've been coming here for the past 5 years, I think. So it's mostly just the same thing over and over again. But I don't come here to see anything new. I come here because this helps me cool off, you know, like just like I mentioned in your previous question, it just helps me cool. So paint or something, and then for the lake, I see some changes at the lake there because there's now boats there. Boats were not previously available.
The management of the National Children's Park and Zoo in Abuja is set to implement a 100% hike in gate fees for 500 naira to 1,000 naira for adults and 500 naira for children from previous 300 naira charge. Citing the rising cost of maintaining the facility, they hope the increase will boost revenue to keep the park operational. Zoological parks play a vital role in educating the public about biodiversity and promoting peaceful coexistence between humans and wildlife. However, with the financial strain, sustaining this mission has become a bigger challenge. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
In business, oil marketers have said that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL portal used to purchase petrol has been shot against dealers, making it impossible for them to apply for the commodity purchase. They say the marketers are still awaiting over 90 million litres of petrol from the state-owned company, valued at about 79 billion naira. Marketers had complaints over the inability to order petrol with NNPC, confirmed the shutdown of its purchasing portal last month. According to NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Shoneye, the company shut the portal due to a significant backlog. Shoneye explained that the shutdown became necessary to stop NNPC from holding marketers' capital for too long. Away from Nigeria, Iran resumed flights at its airports on Thursday, after a brief suspension following its missile attack on Israel. The Islamic Republic launched 200 missiles at Israel on Tuesday evening, marking its second ever direct attack on its sworn enemy, following a missile and drone attack in April. Both domestic and international flights were grounded for security reasons until 5 a.m. on Thursday, Iran Civil Aviation Organization spokesman Jafar Erzolu confirmed the resumption, citing the lifting of restrictions. The European Union Aviation Safety Agency has advised European airlines to avoid Iranian airspace until October 31, with the situation undergoing review. The Djiboutian Coast Guard has been retrieving bodies of migrants who drowned off the coast of the Horn of Africa. The UN Migration Agency said on Tuesday that 2 vessels carrying migrants sank in the Red Sea off the coast of Djibouti, killing 45 people, with dozens still missing. The International Organization for Migration in Djibouti is supporting state emergency services in search and rescue operations for missing persons. They said that so far 55 people have been rescued and are receiving medical and psychosocial support. The migrants said they were forced off the vessel in open sea by smugglers. IOM said the boats had departed from Yemen carrying 330 people. Thousands of migrants from African, Middle Eastern and South Asian countries seeking a better life in Europe attempt irregular migration every year. And in sports, the House of Representatives has passed a resolution to probe the abysmal performance of Team Nigeria at the Paris 2024 Olympics to forestall future occurrences. According to the resolution passed on Thursday, the House expressed worry that none of the 82 athletes who represented the country returned with a medal. The lawmakers decried the huge budget of over 12 billion naira for the event, which yielded nothing. The House also urged President Bola Tinubu to establish a commission of inquiry on sports arbitration in Nigeria. Still in sports, Eyimba FC striker Yemi Olaiwaju said he is excited to secure the maximum points against Akwa United in a rescheduled March Day 3 NPFL clash. Eyimba's new signing, Austin Onyemachi, got the winner for his side against the Promise Keepers when he tapped home from Imo Obot's corner kick in the 76th minute to give his side a 1-0 victory in Aba. The delightful Olaiwaju said he knew it was going to be a difficult clash for his side, adding that the most important thing was to get the job done. The new kid on the block expressed joy on his debut in first goal for the People's Elephants. And that's it for news updates at this time. For more of our news programs and documentaries, to order, follow us on our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. Thank you for joining us at this time.